Okay, you guys, I am back with another video about this whole Michael Jackson Leaving Neverland debacle. Like, this is starting to really get on my nerves. So my first video, I talked about what was going on, but now I'm back because apparently they are going to be doing a part 2 to Leaving Neverland. I guess they have some more, what they would call evidence or more, accusers. I'm not sure what it's all going to entail, but I really think it's just ridiculous, and it really needs to stop. So apparently Dan Reed is putting together a part 2 of Leaving Neverland. I'm not sure if Oprah is going to be a part of this one, but I really find this very, very sickening. Oprah is still backpedaling and pussy popping about the whole Michael Jackson thing. I mean, she just really stuck on stupid. She just gonna believe the whole accusations. She's not looking at all of the evidence. She's just going to keep on wholeheartedly believing what she wants to believe about Michael Jackson. And I think it's really ridiculous as a journalist that you don't look at all of the evidence. You don't get opposing sides to really figure out, really what's going on. So Oprah in this, I really feel like she's just a mess, a real hot mess. And I think it's a really hot mess that they're going to put some more of this mess out there in a part 2, and I'm really interested to see what they're going to put out, because I feel like it's just BS. I recently checked out this documentary on YouTube. It's called Neverland Firsthand. If you guys have not checked it out, I'll leave a link in the description so you can go ahead and check it out, where you have Taj Jackson and Brandy Jackson actually giving their accounts of, what they believe and what they think happened. To me, I feel like there's more evidence in this YouTube documentary than there is in the Leaving Neverland documentary. I feel like they have accounts and witnesses of people who worked closely with Michael Jackson, who had firsthand experience of what they saw and what was happening. And that's what I felt Oprah should have did for the Leaving Neverland whole documentary, or response to it. I think she should have had people who worked closely with him during his tour, during the whole time, who would have seen anything crazy going on. But she chose not to do that, because I feel like it is a witch hunt on Michael Jackson. And for this matter, I feel like any successful black men, that's just my opinion. I don't know what you guys think, but that's my opinion. I feel like she's out for successful black men, and that's just my opinion. But I really feel like she's not doing this any justice. I feel like they're paying her to do what she's doing, and she's just going to keep doing it. And I really think it's ridiculous. I mean, if you guys have not checked out this YouTube documentary called Neverland Firsthand, go check it out. Leave your thoughts of what you think, because I mean, this is very helpful. And I feel like the Jackson family, they're working really, really hard to to get the real information out there. And I really think it's sad that they're trying to destroy Michael Jackson's legacy, because I really do feel like that's what they're trying to do. And it's just really sad that this man, in his passing, his family has to go through this. Reportedly, I heard that mother was in the hospital. She was sick, so I'm not sure why she's sick or what's the reason for being in the hospital. But I just could only imagine that something like this has really, messed with this lady. This is her son we're talking about, and he's deceased. Like, how could you go on this rampage on someone who's deceased? I think it's real pathetic. Like, I feel like Oprah, with all this, she wasn't there. She doesn't know exactly what's happening, and doesn't seem to really want to get all of the information. She only wants one-sided information, and I feel like that's ridiculous for someone who's not alive. And I just couldn't imagine, or just keep thinking, how would she feel if somebody tarnished her reputation or her legacy once she's passed on? I don't think she would like the fact that they would, pull out some shit out of her past, or try to, ruin her legacy based off of lies and inaccurate information. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, just to be fair, we wasn't there. I wasn't there, so I don't know exactly what happened. But that's why you do investigations. That's why you look for evidence. That's what, you're innocent until proven guilty, right? And you have to investigate and find the evidence to prove that someone has did something wrong. And in all this time, they've never found anything that would show that this man has done anything wrong. So, with Oprah and all of this whole mess, I wonder if that means anything to her, because I don't think it does. I mean, but if it's somebody else that she's a friend of, it would matter, because she's steadily backpedaling, like I said, and pussy popping about Harvey Weinstein. She doesn't want to talk about that at all. She doesn't want to bring up his allegations and all these women who have accused him, and they're out talking. Why wouldn't you get behind that? I don't understand why you're so gung-ho for Michael Jackson, this man who's deceased, and there's no real concrete evidence that he's done anything wrong, and you believe wholeheartedly that he did it. That's just a little mind-boggling, wouldn't you think? Like, it's just mind-boggling that she wholeheartedly thinks he did it, but you won't bring up your friend Weinstein, who, these are not just accusations. These are real women who are alive that you can actually interview and talk to and find out exactly what he did to them. But you don't care about that? I'm just mystified. So this documentary on YouTube, to me, shed more light on the whole situation than the Leaving Neverland documentary, the 2-part documentary that they, came up with. I feel like there's more evidence in here. It's just strange to me that Wade Robson, whatever his name is, was the key witness on trial for Michael Jackson, wholeheartedly said nothing ever happened. I mean, said it repeatedly until the man died, and now you looking like you need some money and you didn't get those jobs that you were looking to get. In particular, the Cirque du Soleil gig he was trying to get, he did not get that job, and seems like you were pissed or whatever reason, and now you want to come out after all these years and say that, oh, I changed my mind, I forgot, he really did do something to me. It seems like bullshit to me, and I really feel like any journalist or anyone looking at this sees the cracks in this, except for Oprah and all these people who are trying to tarnish this man's legacy. And I really think it's really unfortunate. And Oprah, with her platform and all of her whole brand, doing this is really not good. And I just really feel like there's going to be a turn in this. I really just want them to, I don't want them to keep trying to tarnish the man's legacy, but I really feel like the truth will prevail. It will come out and show these people that this man was proven innocent. And oh my God, I just can't. It's really like pissing me off, because it's not like, I am completely against child molesters of any kind. I do not condone that in any way, form, or fashion. But I feel like when you're in a court of law, when you're trying to convict someone, you have to get evidence. You have to weigh the evidence. You have to look if it's there, it's there. If someone has said repeatedly that this man didn't touch me, he didn't do anything to me, why would, after all these years, after you can't get your way, and then the man is dead, you feel like you can come back and then just change your story? It just seems fishy to me. And this whole thing, you forgot or you didn't think it was that, I think that's BS. I really do. I just can't get with the whole back and forth, the whole discrepancies. It just doesn't make sense to me. If I was a prosecutor, or this wouldn't make sense to me then, and it doesn't make sense to me just as an everyday female. I feel like it just doesn't add up. And like I said, I don't know what Michael Jackson has done in his past. I don't know him like that, but I have enough sense to see that there's a lot of holes in this story, and it's just not adding up. A lot of inconsistencies. It warrants that people get both sides of the, get information from both sides. Get information from people who knew him, people who were around him, people who've spent time with him. Not just pull up a couple of people who we have, these two guys who stories don't add up. And now I'm assuming with the new part 2, Leaving Neverland, they're going to pull up somebody who we're not familiar with and have them come up there and talk, say what they, whatever they tell them to say about this whole situation. But it's just ridiculous. So I really would like to see a bunch of people who knew Michael, a lot of the young, celebrities who he was around, have them come out and say what their experiences were with him. Because I'm pretty sure if Michael Jackson was such a big pedophile, then I'm pretty sure he would have touched any child, right? So any child that was around him, they should have some negative experiences or some type of pedophilic experience with him as well. But so far, for some reason, we have not seen that. We have not heard anyone come out and say that he's molested. In fact, all of the people that we know that have been around him said no, they've never experienced that with him. So I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here. I want to come back and just let you guys know, if you don't know already about this YouTube documentary called Neverland Firsthand, check the link in the description. Go check it out. Leave your thoughts on what you think, and I'm out. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.